Hello everyone, today we're trying a little experiment on the channel. In front of you is a 1970s Raketa. Collectors often call this model the Raketa Rolex because of the shape of the case and the overall style. I'm going to try to give this watch a second life. And today, there won't be any professional workshop. No machines that cost thousands of dollars. No perfect set of tools. Almost everything will be done at home with simple tools and whatever I have available. So there are two possible endings today. Either we give this watch a second life, or after this video, I'll officially be banned from going anywhere near vintage watches. Let's see what happens. At first glance, the condition doesn't look catastrophic, but when you look closer, things get more interesting. You can tell this watch was worn for many years. There are scratches on the case, the chrome plating is worn through in a few places, the crystal is covered in scratches, and there's even a spider web inside the crystal. I don't know who the previous owner was, a person or a spider, but apparently they were sharing the watch. And that's not even the biggest problem. The movement runs, but only when the watch is lying dial down. Turn it over and the balance stops. The problem may be related to the balance staff. If there are any watchmakers watching, let me know in the comments what you think the most likely issue is. After the cosmetic restoration, the watch will still go to a professional watchmaker for a full movement repair and service. But today, my goal is different. I want to see how much I can improve the appearance of this watch at home. And we're starting with the most dangerous part, the dial. This is where I already had doubts. There are yellow stains and signs of corrosion on the dial. The dial itself is beautiful, and I definitely don't want to destroy it just for the sake of an experiment. People have already told me many times, don't touch old dials. You'll only make it worse. Leave it exactly as it is. And you know what? That's good advice. So naturally, I partially ignored it. We'll try to remove at least some of the dirt very carefully. No aggressive cleaning, because with an old dial, there's a very thin line between, oh, that looks better, and wait, where did the Raketa logo go? We cleaned the surface little by little, and here's the first result. The stains didn't disappear completely, but the dial already looks a little fresher. I could have kept going, but this is exactly where I decided to stop, because another 5 minutes of enthusiasm could have turned this video from a restoration into a funeral for the dial. It's better to keep some signs of age than destroy the original. Now let's move on to the hands. They decided to match the rest of the watch and picked up some rust too. I'm using a simple abrasive stone and carefully removing some of the corrosion. I'm not trying to make them perfect. I don't want to turn this watch into something completely new. It's around 50 years old, and I think a vintage watch should still look like a vintage watch. But I did decide to experiment a little with the hands. I could have restored only the seconds hand, but since this is the first episode, why not make things a little harder for myself? So I painted all of the hands. We'll see whether I regret that decision later. While they're drying, let's work on the case. The crystal is already too far gone to be worth saving. Deep scratches, heavy wear, so we're replacing it. The movement comes out, the case comes apart, and now everything needs a proper cleaning. So let me introduce Ultrasonic Cleaner version 0.1, homemade. I do own a real ultrasonic cleaner, but it was left behind in my hometown, which is currently under shelling. So I'm slowly rebuilding my tool setup. I've already started ordering new equipment, and with every new episode, I'll have more options. For now, we work with what we have. And for a first experiment, that actually makes it more interesting. Buying professional equipment and getting a good result is one thing. Trying to make something look decent on a table at home is something completely different. The case is clean. Now I'm using a felt polishing wheel and polishing compound. Again, the most important thing is not to overdo it. Some of the chrome plating is already gone, and I'm not going to re-chrome the case in this video. The goal is much simpler. Remove some of the smaller scratches and bring back a little shine. We go carefully, and slowly the metal starts to look completely different. Of course, the scratches are still there. The signs of age are still there too, and that's fine. I actually like it when you can tell a vintage watch has lived a life. I don't want to turn a 50-year-old Raketa into a shiny Chinese souvenir that looks like it left the factory yesterday. I just want to make it cleaner and more presentable, and I think we're getting there. Now, let's put everything back together. This is the satisfying part. I found a suitable new crystal. Compare it with the old one. This alone makes a huge difference. The new crystal goes in. The hands are dry now. We reinstall them. The movement goes back into the case. The old crown was also in poor condition, so that gets replaced too. We close the case back. And this is the result. Compare it with what we started with. It's still the same old watch. There are still marks on the case. The chrome didn't magically grow back where it was already gone. The dial didn't suddenly become new. But now, at least, I actually want to pick this watch up and wear it. New crystal, cleaner dial, refinished hands, cleaned and lightly polished case, new crown. And I think this Raketa has been given another chance. But now, I want to hear your opinion. Does it look better, or should I have left it completely untouched? Let me know in the comments. Because then, I had another idea. I wanted to see how this case would look with a different dial and movement setup. Here's the first option. And now the second. This one has a different combination of hour markers, gold tone details with black. And now, I can't decide which version I prefer, so you choose. Option 1, black markers, or option 2, gold and black. Just comment 1 or 2. Let's see which version wins. As for this movement, after the cosmetic work, it will go to a professional watchmaker, because appearance is only half the job. A watch shouldn't just look good sitting on a table, it also needs to run properly. I don't repair movements myself yet, so this is where I'm not going to experiment. Ruining a hand is one thing. Turning a repairable movement into a bag of spare parts is something else entirely. That part should be handled by someone who knows exactly what they're doing. In the meantime, I'll keep building up my equipment. If you like this format, I'll make more watch restoration videos, and I'll try to make every new project a little more difficult than the last. And as for watches to restore, let's just say I have enough material for a very long time. And one more reminder, every day I list 3 new watches on eBay auctions starting at $1. And every day, 3 auctions end. I usually have around 30 active listings at any given time. Before sale, every watch is professionally serviced by a watchmaker. The link to the active auctions is in the pinned comment. And now, the final question. Take one more look. Before and after. Did we manage to give this Raketa a second life? Or is a serious collector watching this video right now and quietly crying? Let me know in the comments. If you want to see a second restoration, support this video with a like. Subscribe. The tools will get better, the watches will get more interesting, and my experiments may become even more dangerous. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.